down on the left-hand side is what tears the water to pieces as these hydros. It's mounted on the left-hand side about the middle of the boat. The shape and size, it's tuned very finely. You move it a millimetre, it changes everything on the boat. It's a very technical thing, but Sam Smith's going to be up here in the commentary box very soon. He's going to tell you more about it. We're about to go racing. 2 boats in this heat of the Lawson Shield. Flags down.
And away we go. It's the Mechanic that gets the best of the start as they head down into turn number 1 for the first time. The Mechanic right up close next to those pins, turns like it's on rails as we were just talking about, and now accelerates down the back straight. This is where the hydroplane, in theory, should be able to catch the Mechanic.
Yeah, so the Mechanic axle boat originally was a McLaren Formula 1 boat. It's running a 6-litre Chevy engine. Was converted by Ricky Howard here in Australia. Obviously the EC Griffith Cup winner, or the provisional, whatever you call it, EC Griffith Cup winner. But have a look at him now. He's trimmed this thing to the eyeballs to get as much of that boat out of the water as he can. This is a good race.
Oh, now they're side by side. So this time we may see the Hurricane drive around the outside of the KT, and that's exactly what he's trying to do here. Big rooster tail. Oh, the Mechanic bogged it down mid-corner there, and that's going to allow the Hydro to give a good run. But here comes the Mechanic. He's coming back at him again on the way down into turn number 2. He's still going to be close up against the pins this time. Let's see whether the Hydro squeezes him, but he doesn't. He allows for that big, wide arc on the exit of turn number 2. This is a great race, side by side.
Michael Clinch driving very, very cleverly. So opens the corner up a little bit that time. The top end pace of Hurricane, he's just got maybe 5 or 6 mile an hour of him at the end of the straight, and that's all it's coming down to right now. But Michael just turning that boat beautifully, arc through turn number 1 is magnificent. Gets the boat back into straight line so he can unload about the 700 odd horsepower into that stern drive leg. Poke the nose in the air. Yellow flag.
Oh, sounded a bit fluffy
shown,
down there.
so she a little bit popping a bark as he comes off, so a bit of unburnt fuel making its way into the exhaust. Hurricane out in front now. This beautiful hydro is looking very strong this weekend.
Sitting really nicely on the water as they receive the yellow flag, which indicates 1 lap to go. It's still the Hurricane, the hydroplane out in front from the Mechanic. Let's see whether the Mechanic can do anything about it. Last time down the back straight, and it's all the Hurricane. So our boat gets right up onto the right-hand side. Sponson that jumps and skips and dives.
That would have lifted the heart rate a little bit for Graham Malloy on board. But
here comes Graham Malloy. He's going to take a great win.
Checkered flag, flies high for the Hurricane. And second spot in that heat of the Shield is Michael Clinch in the Mechanic. So the only 2 boats to compete in both heats. That will mean a pole 1, pole 2 for the final.